What's up guys? So in this video, what I'm going to do is show you how to use MyFitnessPal. So MyFitnessPal is a tool that is a brilliant tool for educating yourself on nutrition, educating yourself on your macronutrients between carbs, fats and protein. And it's just a great tool to allow you to understand how much food you can have in a day while still kind of getting results. Okay, so again, I'm going to emphasize it's a tool. You don't have to do it, but it is a really good thing to avail of, and I feel everyone should do it at some point in their life. Mainly because I found it very beneficial when I started off. It really taught me how much protein I wasn't getting. It really showed me how much food I wasn't actually eating myself to get the results I wanted. So I do recommend everyone get it. So in this video, I'm going to run through some really good tips on what you can do while using the app, and also how to get the best out of the app. Okay, so let's get to it. Right guys, now I'm going to show you how to use the MyFitnessPal app. Again, there's two different versions of MyFitnessPal. There's a premium version and a free version, okay? You do not need the premium version. The free version gives you everything that you need, all right? So the first thing what you want to do is make sure that your exercise activity is turned off in the app, mainly because when you calculate your calories for the day or for the week, your exercise is already calculated in that number. So you want to make sure that your exercise tracking is turned off on MyFitnessPal. Okay, so you can see here what I've done, and then I just go into don't track steps, and then that will disable the exercise. So from here, we're going to set our protein and calorie targets. So one thing I would advise is do not let MyFitnessPal set your targets, because they are going to set them ridiculously low. Okay, so I would have given you your targets, or you would have used an online calorie calculator for your targets. Okay, so what we'll do here is we're going to change them individually. So I'm just going into the diary, and from there I'm going to go up to my total amount of calories. You can see here carbs, proteins and fats. I'm just going to click on one of those, and it's going to give me the option to change my overall targets. Cool. So you can see here 1200 calories is generally what MyFitnessPal give, and then that's broken up into carbs, proteins and fats. So generally you're going to have a higher calorie target here. So what I'm going to pick is 2000 calories. So we'll just get rid of that, and we'll adjust it to 2000. Brilliant. So I just press on save, and now it's at 2000. Okay, you can see here protein and fats and carbohydrates are set, but we might need different targets of those macronutrients. So if our protein target is actually a little bit higher, we're going to go up on the percentage. So you see here it's at 20%, which is 100 grams. So what I want to do is just alter that a little bit, and you see as I go up the percentages, my protein target increases. Okay, and then what we need to do is take our calories from our carbs and fats so that it levels out. So we want to come down on the carbs a small bit, and we're going to come down on the fats a little bit, so we come back to 100% on the app. Unfortunately, the app works off percentages. So if I've given you a number, or if you have done your own calorie calculator number, you're just going to have to work off as close as possible to these numbers. Okay, so just say for example your protein target is 180 grams, but if I go to 40, it's gone to 200 grams, and if I go to 30, it's gone to 150 grams. So you're just going to have to go as close as possible to your own target. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do inside the app is the main function of the app is tracking your foods, tracking your calories, making sure that you're hitting your targets. Okay, so how we do that is there's a couple of different options. We're going to go into diary, and you can see here there's breakfast, lunch and dinner, and there's also a snack option also. So I'm going to make a meal for everything in here, and then I'm going to show you a couple of tips on how we can just use it for more efficiency going forward. Okay guys, so now I'm going to track a breakfast meal that I might have a couple of times a week, and this is going to be how you are going to do it also. Okay, so as you can see there on the right I have bagels, in the middle I've got some ketchup, and on the left I've got some eggs. Okay, this little device over here in the left hand corner is also a food scales or a weighing scales, which is going to be really beneficial for when we are tracking. Okay, let's get to it. So you can see here breakfast. So what I'm going to do is add a food, and that is going to bring me into scan a meal, scan a barcode, or a quick ad. Okay, so we don't need to know anything about that just yet. What I'm going to do is scan a barcode. All right, and then that's going to bring me into the camera function of MyFitnessPal. And then what I'm going to do is get the bagels, go to the barcode on the bagels, which is here. And you can see there that has brought me into New York style bagel, 90 grams, number of servings 1. So one bagel would equal 256 calories, 48 grams of carbs, 2.7 fat, sorry my battery's low, and 9 grams of protein. So what I'm going to do here is add it. So there you can see my bagel is added. Okay, and what else am I going to have in this meal is I'm going to have a couple of free range eggs. Okay, so I'm going to go for 2 eggs. All right, so again, same setup. I'm going to add food. I'm going to scan the barcode, and that brings me down to here. Brilliant. So you can see 1 egg equals 102 calories, and there's the number of servings. So I'm going to have 2 eggs. So I'll click on that, and it's going to give me the option to have fractions or decimals. Okay, so I would prefer decimals. And then what that's going to give me the option of just entering it in manually. So 1 egg obviously is not 1 serving. So I'm going to go for 2 eggs, number of servings 2, and then we can just add that to the app. Okay, so now you can see we have the bagel and we have the free range eggs added in there so far. So next I'm going to add some ketchup. Right, so next I'm going to add some ketchup. Any kind of sauces or yogurts or anything, this is how you're going to use this function, okay? So you can see I've set my food scales or weighing scales to 0. So actually when I put the ketchup on, it's going to give the full weight of the bottle and what the content's inside. So I'm just going to press set again to 0. And now, this is the beauty of it. So once I squirt some ketchup into this bowl, the next time I come to weigh out the ketchup, I'll just show you now, but we'll just squeeze a bit in there. Cool. Okay, so that's about 5 or 6 grams or 10 grams or whatever. So I'm going to put the ketchup back onto the weighing scales, and you can see there that's gone to -8. Cool. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan the ketchup bottle again. So we're going to go add food, scan barcode, and then boom, we got the ketchup. So you can see here, serving size is 100 grams, but we only had 8 grams. So I'm going to press on the 100 grams, and that's going to give me the option to go 100 grams, 1 gram, or 1 ounce. So I'm going to go 1 gram, and then we know we had 8 grams. So boom, there you go, and we'll add it. And there's only 5 calories in 8 grams, okay? So that's a decent breakfast. Something I might have on the regular. So instead of me having to manually enter in those digits and always log them on the go, what you can do to save yourself so much time is the 3 little buttons at the bottom. You can say save as meal. You can add a photo if you want, and you can name the meal. So I'm going to call that breakfast bagel, we'll call it. Okay, so we can see here the total value of the meal is 465 calories, 49 grams of carbs, 17.9 fat, and 26.1 of protein. So a decent hit of carbs, fats, and protein. So I'm going to save that there. Okay, meal created. Brilliant. Now, if I wanted to have that tomorrow for my breakfast, and instead of entering in everything, I can just go add food. I can go up here to my meals, and then you can see breakfast bagel is there. So it just makes it so much quicker. And then press the little plus sign there, and the food is logged in for my breakfast for tomorrow. Okay, so you can see how efficient it is in terms of tracking your carbs, proteins, and fats. So if I want to see how much protein I have left for the day, I'm going to press on this guy up here, and I'm going to press nutrients. And you can see here my total values for the day are 26 grams of protein. My goal is 175, so that means I have 149 left. Okay. The very same goes here for maybe like alcoholic drinks. So if you are planning on going out and it's a Saturday night and you want to stay in your weekly calorie goal, a great option to do is to pre-log your drinks. Okay, so I'm going to go to add food here. And then we're going to go to search again. So for example, if it was me and I was going out having a couple of pints of Guinness, I would just search Guinness. And you can see here, the first one that comes up, pint of Guinness, okay? So I could go into the values. 1 pint equals 210. If it was a big Saturday night and I was planning on having 6 pints, I would put in 6 Guinness. You can see the calories come in there. You can see the carbs. Not a lot of fat, but not a lot of protein either. And you can see how the calories from alcohol adds up really quick. Right guys, so the next one will be, for example, if you were cooking for like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or someone in your family, how would you log your food so you know that you're getting like half the portion, okay? So I'm gonna go into lunch here, and I'll go add food. Cool. We're going to go into scan a barcode. I've got a couple of items here. So the first one is just some microwavable basmati rice. So what we might do is just scan the barcode. We can see here that the value or the weight of this bag is 250, and inside the app it's giving me serving size 125 and number of servings 1. So obviously if I do 2 servings, that would be the value of the bag, and we'll just add that up the top. Okay, I've got another option here, a beef stir fry. So I'm just going to scan that one also. And we're going to scan it. And that's 100 grams that's coming in, and the total weight of this packet is 325. So that was 325. So what I would do from here is, you can see it's 100 grams. I'm going to go to 1 gram, and then I'm going to type in 325, and that's giving me the total value. Okay, so obviously I'm not having the full amount of rice, I'm not having the full amount of the beef stir fry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it as a meal. We'll just call it beef stir fry. I'll just say beef for short, and save. So here's the full value. So I'm going to save that as a meal, and this is going to be how we're going to get half of the meal. Okay, so just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to delete that. So just say if we cooked up the full amount of the beef stir fry and the basmati rice, I would say add food, go into my meals. Now you can see the beef stir fry. Okay, so I don't want the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is number of servings. I'm just going to say 0.5, and then that will give me half of the beef stir fry and half of the rice, which will give me the half of the value of the macronutrients. Okay, so I'll just type in here, and then we'll go back, and then that's giving me half the calories. So that's an example of how you might cook for maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend and still understand the value of the whole meal. You could have 3/4 of it, you could have half of it, you could have most of it. Okay, so you kind of have to be honest with yourself on that. Okay, cool. So let's see how the day is going so far. We've got a breakfast and we've got a lunch. Okay, so I want to see how I'm getting on towards my values. Because I've had such a lean beef stir fry for lunch, my protein is after going up loads. So I've got 106 total for the day, and my goal is 175, but I've got 69 grams left. Right guys, so that was just a couple of tips on how we can use MyFitnessPal. I wanted to keep the video super short so that you will get the most value from it and you wouldn't switch off. So, you know, we've seen how to scan barcodes, we've seen how to log some sauces, and we've seen how to create some meals. After you've created like a couple of meals, like, you know, for example, I have like a chicken curry, I might have a beef stir fry, I might have a turkey burger dish or a beef burger dish. Once you kind of get going and you start to save your meal after meal, it just becomes so much easier, and honestly takes like 2 or 3 seconds out of your day to log your foods. And like I said, it's a really, really good tool to have so that you know that you're getting close to your protein target or above, and also staying within your weekly or daily calorie target. If you do this consistently and your activity matches up with it and your overall gym and your strength is progressing, you will get some really, really good results. Thanks for watching, guys, and best of luck with tracking your foods.